Hey guys, what's up? It's TheEpicCuber here, and welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a speed cube. Alright guys, I have a QIYI bullfight here, and I know I'm not saying that name right, I'm just saying how it's spelled, but I'm going to stick with that for this video because I don't want to get it wrong. I'm out here at my desk for the purposes of this video instead of my normal recording place so I don't get it dirty. But yeah, I have here a QIYI bullfight, and the turning on it is very good, but I've kept the stock everything directly out of the box pretty much. I've had it for a while and I've broken it in a little bit. And it's very nice, I do have to say that. But the corner cutting is not great. I mean, you can do 45, but you have to really put some pressure on it. And there's some spring noise on some of the sides, and the tensions are a bit wonky. And so I'm going to fix all that in this video. I'm going to teach you how to lubricate your puzzle, how to properly tension your puzzle, and also I'm going to completely re-sticker my puzzle, because I don't really like these shades that much. So, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so there's a few things that you're going to need if you're going to do the exact same thing that I do in this video. And so let's just go ahead and go through the items. I'm going to be restricting my puzzle, so I have my custom stickers from the cubicle. I'm going to be lubricating the puzzle, so I have some lubricant right here, also from the cubicle. This is weight 2, and I like this weight because it's not super heavy, and so it speeds up the puzzle a little bit, but it's not too fast so I don't get it out of control. You're also going to need a screwdriver. I have a mini Moyu thing which I got from a promo at the cubicle for free, so that's nice. You'll also need some tweezers for putting on the stickers. These are not required, but they're nice to have. You will need plenty of paper towel, just normal stuff out of your kitchen. A sharp knife is good to have for removing the stickers. And also optional, you can just have some Goo Gone. So that's all of the stuff that's required. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to remove all of the stickers. And for this, you're going to need your sharp blade. It doesn't have to be super sharp, just skinny, and I want you to be very, very careful with this. Don't use a knife unless you get parental permission, please. So you're going to get some paper towel. You're going to put it out in front of you so there's a place to put all your stickers so they don't get stuck to your desk or whatever you are taking this apart on. So you're going to get your little sharp blade or just your fingernails. We'll start with your fingernails. You're just going to try and get under it and then grab it and peel it off. So very simple. Just kind of try and get your fingernail under it again. Grab it. My camera can focus please. And just pull it off. So just like that. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these, and I'll go ahead and put it in fast motion. Okay guys, so I just got done taking all of the stickers off of my puzzle, and this is the product that we're left with. I went ahead and disposed of them all because once you remove stickers you really can't use them again. And you may notice that the cube is a little bit dirty. It has a little bit of glue and a little bit of resin on it. And you could just take that out by getting your trusty paper towel, tearing off a piece, and just trying to really scrub it out. Use some elbow grease and just try and rub it off. And if it does not all come off easily, you can get your Goo Gone or whatever stickiness remover. Spray just a little bit on, don't need too much, and then just kind of rub it on your cube and that should wipe it right off. So you go ahead and do that on all of the faces until it is nice and clean. Alright guys, now that your cube is all cleaned off, it's time to start reapplying some stickers. First, you need to make sure it's all dried off and doesn't have any Goo Gone on it, so it'll be nice and dry so the stickers can apply and stick well. So you just go around and you wipe off everything. Very easy, and you should be left with a perfectly clean black puzzle. Or it doesn't have to be black, you could be using a different colored cube. So now, you just go ahead and you get your stickers. And you go ahead and you get some tweezers, which are some around here. Here they are. And then, also, I like to keep another puzzle with me. And I'll show you why here in a second. And I know my color scheme pretty well, but just in case, I like to look at the other color scheme which I know is correct, so that I assemble it properly and I don't get the color scheme wrong. I don't mess that up. So I normally start with the green color because I know where that will go, and it doesn't matter for the first one, but I normally start with the green one. So how you get it off of this tape is you just kind of pinch a little bit and it should start to peel. Then you just take it off, just like that. Okay, so now here's when the tweezers come in. You don't have to have tweezers, but I do think it makes it easier. You just kind of rest it on the tweezers, just like that, and then you be as steady as you can, and you rest your hand on that other puzzle is what I like to do. And then you just kind of slowly put it down. Make sure it's lined up, because once you press it down, it's going to be a whole lot harder to get up, and you might mess it up if you press it down. So you're just going to make sure that's right. I'm going to have a look at it. And now it looks like it's in place. I'll just go ahead and press it down, and then really secure it to the plastic after you make sure it's right. This depends on how OCD you are on how good they're going to look. But for me, it doesn't matter a whole lot. I mean, I'm careful with them, but it doesn't bother me that much, even though I am pretty OCD. It doesn't bother me that much. When it's all together, you can't see it as easily. So it's just the same for the next one. You go ahead and you put it down. You stick it on. One more. You make sure it's lined up properly. I don't really like how that one's looking, so I'm just going to grab it and lightly pull it off and be careful with it. So I just put it back down and be careful with it. And that looks good to me, so I'm going to put that down. So there's 3. I'm going to go ahead and sticker the rest of it, and then I'll be right back with you guys. Okay guys, so I went ahead and stickered one of the faces. And now that you've got them all down, you want to just take it and just press it against the table for a while and make sure that it's all sealed down. And this just secures that it's not going to come off and peel as easily if you just press it down for a little while and make sure that they're all really stuck on there and sealed airtight. That way your fingernail doesn't catch on it easily, and it just comes to be a better product. So after you press it down for, I don't know, 10 seconds, however long you feel necessary, it should all be there, and this looks very nice. So now we're going to go ahead and do the second color. And since I start with green, I normally do blue, which I know is opposite. And if you're not sure, you can always take your other puzzle and have a look at it. So I look at it and I see, okay, here's green, blue is opposite it, so I have that right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the exact same thing for the blue face. Okay guys, so I went ahead and stickered the blue side also, and since blue is opposite green, I'm all done there, so I just do the exact same thing. I take it and I press it down on the table for a little while to make sure it's nice and sealed up, and my stickers don't go anywhere when I go to try and solve with them. So after you've done that for a while, it should be good, and looks good so far. So now let's start with the next color. I always go to white after that, just because I know where that goes relative to all the other colors. And the color scheme doesn't matter too much as long as you get the opposites to this point. It gets more important later on. So green opposite blue, and that looks good. So now I just put the white on one of these faces. Alright guys, so I actually just went ahead and stickered the rest of the puzzle, and it looks really nice. I like these custom color scheme, and just the puzzle in general just has a very nice look to it. But now that we've done the good looking part, it's time to get to the actual important bit, and that is the performance of the puzzle. So let's go ahead and get started with that. The first thing that you're going to want to do is take apart your puzzle and clean out the inside. And the way you do that is very simple. You just get your trusty paper towel, just a little bit of it, and I like to have a bowl next to me or something to put the pieces in, and you just turn your puzzle 45 degrees like this, to where this is like in the middle, this is to the side, and you just kind of reach in there and you just kind of wiggle it out and just pull it out. It should come out pretty easily, so not a big deal there. And then you're just going to get your paper towel and you're just going to rub down the inside, get rid of all that new lube, all that factory lube, excuse me, or all that lube that had dried up and all the dirt that is now in it from that. So the puzzle should be looking cleaner now. Get all that grime off of it, and then you just place it in the bowl once you're through with it. And you just do that to all the pieces. You clean them off. Nice. Doesn't take real long. Should be done very shortly. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of those. Alright guys, so I just finished cleaning off all of the pieces, and now they are nice and clean and free from the old nasty lube that was in there. And now we're free to replace it. And we're left with the core here. And you're just going to want to do the same thing that you did to all the pieces, and you're just going to want to clean off the core also. So you're just going to pick a side. I'm going to start with white. I'm just going to go around in a circle and wipe it off good until you come back around to white. And then you're going to get the other sides. And then your whole entire puzzle should be nice and clean. We're ready to get to work with the next step. Alright guys, next step we're going to do is we're going to take apart the puzzle and lube the core. And that gets rid of the spring noise. I don't know if you can hear that. Hold up to the microphone. I don't know if you could hear that. It's pretty quiet on this one. It wasn't that bad. But if you do have spring noise, this should get rid of it. So you're going to take apart the core, and you just grab a center cap. I don't know if you saw that. Should be like a little notch or something. You just try and get your fingernail under it and just pop it off. Very easy, and you can do that to all of them. Alright, so now the center caps are off. You're going to want to get your screwdriver, and you're just going to want to put it on the screw and just get it out. You just want to grip the core and grip the piece so it doesn't turn around and you don't just end up turning endlessly. You're just going to turn until it's loose enough to pull right out. Careful with it though, we don't want to take apart the pieces quite yet. So I feel like I can pull this out now. Yes, I can. Alright, so I'll just take one and put it to the side, and you just do the same for all 6 of them. Alright, so I got the lube set up, and what you're going to do is you're just going to grab one of these center pieces, and you're just going to lightly take it out, the screw and all, and you'll see that there's 3 different components on it. There's the screw, there's a spring, and there is a little washer on it. And the washer actually has a specific way that it goes. I'll show you that later though. So you're just going to take that out. You're just going to put it aside and be very careful not to lose any of the pieces. And you are going to grab some paper towel, take the screw, and just rub it off. Clean it off, because this will also have the old lubricant on it and a little bit grimy. So you just rub that off. You do the same for the little washer. Careful not to lose it. And the spring. Careful not to bend the spring though, you gotta be gentle with that one. And then you're left with this. So let's go ahead and get started with how to lubricate it. I'm going to zoom in just a bit. Alright, here we go. So we have this centerpiece here, and you'll notice that there are 2 different rings inside. There's a lower one, I don't know if I can point to it with this, down lower in there. I don't know if you can see that. And also a outer one right here. What you're going to do is you're just going to grab the lubricant and you're going to make sure that there's no air bubbles in it. And that's an issue, so you just kind of put it down on the paper towel that you have on your table to make sure you don't get it everywhere. And you just squeeze until the air bubble's gone. And be careful because it will come out quickly. Oh, there it goes. See how it just kind of popped out a little bit? It goes quickly. So you're just going to take it and you're just going to get a very little drop. You don't want to over lube or else it'll get very gummy. And you're just going to kind of rub it around the first ring, rub around the second ring, and just get it all inside of the puzzle. So this piece should be lubricated, so I put it to the side, then I grab the screw. If I can actually grab it. And you just take very little again, so just a little tiny drop. And you just put it on the screw and just kind of rub it around. Just like that. And then you're going to reassemble the puzzle. So you're going to get screw first, and then the spring. Slide the spring onto the screw, and then you're going to grab your little washer. Hard to pick up. I like to put it around the lubricant to hold it easier. And you'll notice it's slightly bent. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put the bent side facing down into your puzzle. So you're just going to grab it, bent side down, slide it over. Now that doesn't matter that much, but just like that. And then you're just going to put it in, and then off to the side. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of them. Alright guys, I went ahead and lubed up the rest of the core, and so now we're just going to go ahead and reassemble it. So put the lube to the side and grab one of the center pieces and just kind of grab it and press it in and then pull back a bit. So you're going to it's kind of awkward, but you're going to want to just kind of grab and hold on to it so that doesn't just spin around, and you're going to want to just screw it down in. You want it to stay loose though, just barely staying on, because we haven't gone and tensioned it yet. And then I normally do the opposite side and just grab it and just screw it in until it stays. It doesn't take very long. Next one, grab it. Gets a little more awkward around the third one, because then you gotta fight over these other ones. That looks crooked. Guess not. So does that look crooked to you? That looks crooked to me. Guess not. Maybe the screw's not crooked, but the piece is just a little bit droopy. But then you continue on, you just grab next piece and you do it all with all 6. For the 5th one, I normally just grab it and push down on it. Makes it a tad bit easier. And this one's the most awkward. You're going to have to just reach around the puzzle. Grab a big handful of a core. And then you're just going to kind of put it back in like that. Alright, now this should spin very freely and good. And you should not hear any spring noise. That should all be taken care of and gone. So now it's time to get back to lubing the pieces of your puzzle. So I just get my pieces and I start reassembling it. I just pick a color and stick with it. So I'm going to start with green facing down, I decided. So I just take green, slide the piece in. You just take it and put it in between and slide it in like that. And then you're going to try and find the green and red piece, because I have green and red there. Take the corner and just slide it down like that. And I just keep doing that. Green and yellow, perfect. Put it in and just try and just come on, there. Yeah. Then you just try and slide around. Oh, I guess that wasn't in. Yep. Slide it in to where that is put in place. Looking for a another one. This is the green on the other side, so I'll put that to the side. This is another green to the other side, so I'm going to take that and put that to the side. And here's a green piece that I can go ahead and put in. Never mind. So I just look for all the green pieces. No, 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 nope. Well, let's go ahead and get started with what we have. So, white opposite yellow. So I go ahead and slide this in. If I can get it there in place. There you go. And it's very kind of fragile and flimsy when you first begin with it like this. Is this even right? No, it's not. It's upside down. So I just turn it around, no problem. White and orange I know goes right here. With green facing down, please. So then you just go ahead and reassemble the whole core. Sorry about that, guys. It's a little bit awkward when you put the first pieces in. I'm just trying to snap this green one into place. If I can get it in there and then rotate it around without the rest of it popping out. There we go. That's the stuff, I think. Yes, that is the stuff. Here's the other piece I was looking for. Try and slide this in. This is increasingly incredibly hard to put in. There we are. Alright, I'm looking for one more corner piece. Let's see if I can find it in here. There's your corner piece. There's a corner piece. There's another corner piece. No, that's a nice piece. Corner piece. Corner piece. Looking for one very specific. There it is. I found it. So the next piece, you just grab it and try and slide it in. Make sure none of the other pieces pop out. Alright, now we're going to grab some edges and put them in place. So I have red and blue. That's the one that I don't want. Red and yellow. Grab it and just slide it into place. Still don't want red and blue. Orange and yellow. And it becomes increasingly stable as you're doing this. Red and white. Alright, orange and white. Put that in. One more. Here it is. Put that in place. It's always fun to do. Next, I put the edges in. On top, you're just going to try and turn it a little bit at 45 degrees and then slide it in like that. And then corner pieces, blue and red. There it is. I want a blue and yellow piece. There it is. Make sure I don't put it in upside down. There we go. Next piece. See if I can get a... Ooh, I want this one. Put that in place. Then I want this piece. Going to put that in place. This piece. Put that in place. Last corners, just slide it in because the cube's super loose. Normally you finish with the edge piece, but since the cube has not been tensioned yet, it is not a big deal. So now that the cube's all reassembled, it's going to be stupid loose and it will fall apart guaranteed. So you're just going to want to tension it down until it feels right to you. So I'm going to start with the orange and I'm going to turn it 3-ish times to where it feels about right tensions. I just kind of go with a little bit more of a laid back method when tensioning my puzzle, just to where it feels right and to where it will not pop when I'm solving it. This one seemed looser, so I'm going to screw it down in tighter. And blue. And I turn it. Oh, that's so much better. Probably gonna pop though. Test and see if it pops. Yeah, I can already tell that this will probably pop if I... Just seems really want to just cut through it. So then you just kind of go through and you kind of test and see how the tensions look. Okay, so it looks like yellow is a little bit too loose. Gonna tie down blue and green a bit. How's that look now? A little bit less on orange. Looks good. Once again, check for popping. Nope, looks good. So now I'm gonna put the caps back on. Nothing, very easy. You just take it and press it back down in. Go around like that. Now we're going to lube the pieces after we get all of these in. Alright. Now I know this probably sounds rather foolish, but now you're just going to take it apart again. No, I'm just joking. You're going to take apart just a few pieces. I normally take out this piece to where the cube looks like this, to where I just have a corner out. And I grab the piece that goes right in here, and that is the red and green piece. And you just take very little lube, because I don't want to over lube it, I want to speed it up. And you just kind of slide it around a little bit. So I'm not going to put a lot of lube on it, just a little bit, and I get it in the torpedoes. Inside, just try and get all the nooks and crannies. Not a lot of lube. Alright, this looks good. So then you just put it back in place. And then I put these edges back in. Or I put one edge back in, and then I grab the corner piece. And I look at which piece is going to be facing down, and that's going to be this side. So you don't need to lube this. Just lube these sides. Just a little bit like that. Just a little bit on this, a little bit on the inside. Slide this back into place. And the last piece. Voila! Now, all you do is you turn it and you work it in, do a couple solves, and holy cow, guys. This thing's amazing. So fast. You just kind of turn it all, do a couple algorithms on it. Man, I might actually need to slow this thing down a bit. That's crazy. Alright. So guys, that's just about it. You should have a successfully set up cube and a cube that also looks very nice. So I hope that this helped you. If it did, be sure to leave a like, and be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it also. And if you'd like more content, please subscribe. I'm the EpicCuber, and you have an epic day. Bye.